Welcome to the Cold Conquest series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. We're picking up on the 7th of July 1913, which is almost straight on from the end of the previous video. And the reason for that is that we've still got quite a lot to do before the winter comes in at the end of September. And of course, one thing I do want to keep an eye on is my actual farming here. I don't think it's going to be particularly that successful, to be honest. We're only at 76% and we're already on the 8th of July. So that's going to be a bit of a problem. And of course, at the end of the last part, and of course, in the last part, we started to unlock our distribution offices. So we're going to do a bit of a revamp here, simply because what I want to do is clear this area so that we can start thinking about a rail line out here, because I think at the moment, I can just get a rail line through there, but I am hoping to get something a little bit better from that perspective. At the moment, we are researching geological facilities or faculty, and hopefully what that will do is, well, just to show you, if we come to there and go down to, where is it? Get this finished. And then we can start researching geological mapping, and what that will do is unlock the resources so that we can come over here to this town and start planning this area here. But of course, I've already moved over this lot over here to start possibly trying to build our facilities in this town, because the long-term strategy is going to be to turn this into a coal mining town. I think it's probably going to be the best option. And then what we're going to need to do is find some way to bring the coal over here, because we've got an iron mine here. So this will be predominantly a steel making town. But because we got the railway as well, we're probably going to expand it. And I was thinking about the direction we could expand is probably in this direction. So this, in some ways, our kind of shopping mall down here is a little bit in the wrong place, but I think we can live with it. Of course, we're also building a pub because we need to get our workers through the winter. As usual, a big thank you for all your comments and feedback. You guys gave me a lot to think about. Now, I did get a post about this setup here, and they were saying that I should have the lower percentage here, or even 0. Now, I'll be completely upfront, I don't really like this feature here, simply because what often happens is you end up with a little knot of unemployment because they can't find other work in the local area. But the reason I'm using this at the moment is to ensure that we've got a workforce down here and it's kept at maximum, because this is going to be quite fundamentally important to our overall process with keeping our economy going. So what I tend to do is use the forced allocation to begin with to ensure, because one of the problems you get when you first populate a new town is, especially when you don't have a grid connection, is you've got to make sure you've got power. You've also got to make sure that you've got your workers in here, and so that there's food in here and that the people can get served. And then of course the other one is also water. What was that? Okay, so we've now finished the geological faculty. What I want to do is we're going to get these guys straight onto that geological mapping. It shouldn't, it's 1800 days, but get there. When you first populate a town, especially in realistic mode, especially in early start, where you don't have an exterior power grid, or any time when you don't have an exterior power grid, it's quite important to kind of push the key workers into the right area. Then after that, you can basically allow them to wander around. And of course, once they settle down and get into a pattern, then things are a little bit better. Now, one thing I do want to do is come in here, and I do want to purchase some snow plows. Why have we got no snow plows? Oh, come on, game. Don't mess about. No, those are new purchase. vehicles. That's 43. That's plowing speed of 12 kilometers an hour. I must admit, I do like these reindeer snowplows. Now, if anyone wonders why we got reindeer snowplows, this is something introduced by Nuva, and he gave it as a kind of Christmas celebration. In fact, I'll buy a couple just for the fun of it, and then we'll buy a couple more proper ones. Yeah. I must admit, I quite like the Santa snow plows, but I mean, truthfully, they're kind of a bit silly, really. But that's the way it goes. Now, one thing I do need to do up here. Here they come. Unfortunately, you don't get Santa in them, but I feel that we're going to need some snow plows here. If no other reason than to ensure that our faster fire trucks here can get out and about. In fact, that reminds me. Where's my these guys? I need to get some fuel into there. I'll drop you down to about 40% because you don't need that much fuel. The other thing I do need to do, this is the reason why the game's on slow, by the way. Where's that fire station I built here? What's the top speed of these? I think that's okay. I think what I wouldn't mind doing is we'll send some of these to the depot. In fact, I'm probably going to send all of them. Okay. Now that means I'm going to have to sell them, and that means I'm going to have to pay more to actually get rid of these, which I'm very reluctant to do, but I think it's going to be a necessity. And what I want in here is 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Now, another thing that we are going to have to be pretty serious about is the fact that we just check the maintenance on the vehicles. Yeah, we got the steam balls. We're going to need to get serious about vehicle repairs, and this is the reason why I'm working on these distribution offices here, because we've got to sort this mess out. I'm not actually sure why you guys aren't working hard on that. I need that built so I can put some more distribution offices here. I'm hoping eventually this will empty out, because we've got this horse feeding yard here. Okay, so that's trolling along quite nicely. We've now got a population of 1400. Let me just see, get back to here. Right, we're going to need to think a little bit about a fuel depot, I think. I'm wondering about maybe putting a fuel depot down here, but I think we can wait for the moment. One of the things that's very important, especially in realistic mode, and especially when you do an early start, is don't get too ambitious. Don't push too hard. You've definitely got to play at a lot slower speed. I say, especially with an early start, what you've got to do is just plan things and let the game build it at its own pace. Because if you plan too much, you will run out of money. You can see we're already down to 2.7 million. And that's bearing in mind that we started on a medium start. The other thing that you do need to be aware, but the other thing is if you just get too ambitious and the population grows too quickly, what will happen is everything will explode. And that's not good. I think what we will do, I don't know if I've got any more construction offices here, because I think these guys are still, yes, what are you working on here? Okay, I think we're going to cancel that. Remove you. I think we're just going to put a mud. I can always upgrade that later on. And I think what we'll do is we'll put in a little footpath there. And then we've got the footpath connections across through here. Eventually we will have to gravel these in. So what are you actually working on? You got 2 footpaths. Where's the other 2? Got one here. And there's the other one. Oh, so there's one there. So what's this one then? Oh, you're working on this footpath. Okay. That's quite an important footpath. Right, so what I need here now is a ground crew. So I don't know if I've got any more free construction officers, because this is the limiting factor. How many more have we got? I think what I can do is just put this one here. And in here, what we're going to do is I want gravel, asphalt, concrete, and boards. We're going to need we could probably use the road crews, but we're going to get what we need. Capacity dumpers. We need 2 of those. We need probably going to need a concrete mixer and open hole. We'll make you into the kind of hauler crew, and we're gonna just leave these guys. Actually, we're just gonna let you guys free base, I think. And then what we're gonna do is put another one in as well alongside. Just put you there. And then here, what we're gonna have, purchase, workshop. We're gonna purchase 2 excavators here as well. And then what we're going to do is just let these guys do the groundwork. So they should detect what's there, and we'll just leave them to it for the winter. And then hopefully later on we'll be able to kind of refine that a little bit later on. I mean, there won't be any workers, so they won't build anything completely. They'll just finish off what they're actually currently doing. And then that will get that underway. Let's get back to here. Just have a quick look. I just want to do some checks now over the 72, 74, 65. You're not that happy. That's probably down to the quality of the flats a little bit as well. Okay, what's allocated to here? We've got the ground crew. Right, we now need these guys working on it. I'm trying to think of what else do I need that we can build through the winter. I wouldn't mind. I'm kind of tempted to actually think a little bit about demolishing some of this out of this area, but we don't think we need any more accommodation. We got this here. I am thinking a little bit about making some boards, because if we're going to be laying this wood-based track, I actually show you this. What we could do, come out here, you can see this actually uses boards instead of prefabs. But what I could do is if I bring a track out through here, let's just do a little bit of long term. So we can go that way. It's going to be pretty messy type junction here. Probably the easier way to do that. It's not going to be a fine piece of work, but I think if we build something like that, I mean, we can't go, we could go that way as well, but this is super messy. But I think it would do the job in the would I want to export that way? I think to begin with, we're going to run that way. And then we're going to run a track out through here. See if we can get down off this slope without. And then we're looking at something like that, heading over this direction, but where we actually take it will depend on where we got to go. We don't need this anymore, so we can remove you. Ha. Okay, we're gonna have to put a demolition crew in, but I still haven't really sorted out we're building up waste here. What we do need is a distribution office. Yes. Oh, nearly made a mistake here. I'm gonna put up. Oh wow! Certainly don't want you. We're gonna put a distribution office here because your job is going to be to take the waste from here and drop it off over here, so that I can get rid of the manual trucky thingies. Get this guy working on that. Get that road crew working on there. We can assign you to the pub as well. Speed up that process. Actually, we can plan some other distribution offices here. We got this one here, so we could might as well put another distribution office opposite. Stick with 6s. So we'll put you as well. And we'll put you onto that. Actually, what I will do is get these guys working on it as well. Right, so we're now on the 24th of July. I want to get back over here. In fact, I think I will speed the game up now, because in this video I do want to see the snow arrive, even if we don't. Okay, so we're now getting here, and I've slipped up a little bit here. Harvesting, just buy one of those, because that is very close to being harvested. And now the dilemma we've got is that these aren't ready. Get these built. I'm not sure if I can actually do this, but I'm going to give it a go. If I assign you to there, go to wait until loaded, and then got space here. I must admit, I've never ever done this level of kind of dropping off. Oh, well, we can just put it straight in there, unload. Right, we've now got workers in the field. How come you got there so quickly? Oh, you're working from the 3 distribution office. Okay. Haha. Didn't realise that. Right, what he will do now. So what we're going to do now is have 2 trucks picking up what little crops we've got here. Now, what you actually see here is you won't see them, but we've actually got 5 workers in here working from one end. And what we've got is a harvester working from the other end. So it looks like we are going to get the crops in. It's just going to be in a slightly eccentric way. The harvester is actually making pretty good progress, actually. But you can see that we're not going to get that much from the crops farm here. I suppose we could get a reasonable amount. And I think this guy now is overriding the distribution office that I set up. But that's okay, I can sort that out later on. So I think the distribution office is here, isn't it? I can't remember now. Okay. So what I'm going to do, just in case I forget, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 fields, right? What I'm going to buy is, we've got a reindeer snowplow, but he's only 11, but he's 18. He's the 14. Speed 10. He's 10. He's 7. He's 7. He's 11. We're gonna play proper. We don't want reindeers plowing our fields. So what we'll do is get 1, 2, 3 of those. Because I've got a feeling for this to, well, we've already picked all the crops from here. I don't know how many tons of crops we got from there, but that wasn't anywhere close to 60 tons. That's a dead set. And that is it. Yeah, that was a little bit disappointing. That hardly seemed to be worth the effort, but we'll do a proper test next year to see how well that actually went. But that guy needs fuel. This one is absolutely full up, so what we're going to do is load crops. You're gonna go back to unloading crops. Wait until unloaded. Right, I think the next thing I'm going to do is rename these. Rename. We'll call you fuel distrib. And you're going to be call you shop distrib. Oops, because you're right. So the first thing we're going to do is, this is the guys distributing the fuel. I'm going to copy all your tasks to there. And then we're going to send these guys, actually get rid of this thing. Or allow us to get rid of this. That means I can, oops. What that will mean is that we can now demolish this, remove you from there. Just wondering, I think this might be out of here to there. It's going to be too tight a turn, isn't it? I think we can take a rail line out there I want to leave space there. And so what we're probably going to have to do is something like that. And then ideally I want a length of a train here. I think what I'll do here is do that and then try and get what we got here. I want the length of a train out here, and then we're gonna do that. What I'll probably do here is lay single track, but what I want to try and do is come up with a way that this can be upgraded in the future. This is going to be a potential problem, but there's nothing I can do about that. This is distribution offices, the one that we're going to move over here. This one is now ready. So again, we need to copy the task to there. And then move all the vehicles over there. And that gets rid of this one. I can't remember what's stop production. Okay, what's going on here? That looked like there was a power supply problem. That's not good. We getting an inconsistent number of workers down here. I think we're gonna have to. No, they're back again. Right, now the next thing I want to do is just check all related vehicles. This guy is now a dedicated vehicle. Where are you? You're there. Okay. Do is send you to there. Let you unload. No. Is he going to turn around? Yep. Aha. Race that line. Now, want to remove all the connections from here. To put you there. You're going to pick up mixed waste. You're going to pick up hazardous waste. You're going to take hazardous waste there. And you are going to unload mixed waste there for the moment. But your pickup condition here is now this can be a little bit ropey, but this has got more of a backup for the moment. Okay, keep an eye on that. Well, oh, we need this built, don't we? Oh, fire. Never knew these could catch fire, but oh, look at that. We got a spiffy fire engine. I do wonder whether should I risk doing another winter? I think we can. The town's relatively compact. We've got 2 fire stations providing cover. We've got decent fire engines now. I think we can get away with another year of thingy bob. Right. As you auto detected the fields, what I am going to do is remove the auto detect, cancel all assignments, and what we're going to do is get 1, 2, 3, do them in that order. See, that's 12%, that's 90%. So we'll just make sure that we can set minimum fertility 50%. Right, back to what I was talking about. We need you assigned to that. This is going to be our biological dump. So that what we're going to do is because we can now do biological separation. What we can do now is start telling these to pick up biological waste. That's too much. Yeah, because we've now got biological separation. What have we got here? What's the composition of the waste here? I think we can put a couple of biologicals there. And of course, what we do need to do is, which one is our? You need to drop the biological waste into there. May not have got all of them. Let's get a couple there. Okay. What I'll do is I'll go around and double check them all off camera. The idea is going to be is that eventually we'll put the biological waste into here, and what that will do is the biological waste will decompose into fertilizer. We've got this great big pile of waste here, but it should decompose slowly over time. There's our ship's gone again, so that's okay. Right, we've now got these finished. Right, we need wood. Oh, there's always something to do. Right, we're going to clear your route. This is where it could get a little bit shaky. Select wood. Station load at 50%. And your job is going. Building not finished. Okay. Unload. 50%. Why is this not finished? This needs workforce on it. Okay, bit of a mistake there. We'll get that finished. So we've got a tiny little bit of workforce in here. Actually, let me just have a look here. Oh, we've got nobody uneducated, unemployed. Right, let's have a look at our occupancy here. Right, we've got 78 3 flats there. 27. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in some 20 foreign workers. What that will do is give a little bit of a boost to our workforce. And of course, the first thing they're going to need to do is go to school to get an education, but that's okay. Just check the research. The research is nearly there. And we're now on the 8th of September. And also, I'm still not... Okay, we've now got a pub here. Right. Want a cupboard hole. Have I got a cupboard hole here? Yeah, but this is our distribution office. Kind of a little bit. We do need to sort these distribution offices out, but why are you? Oh yeah, you're actually distributing fuel. This is the one that's doing here. I think what we can do is get some alcohol down to here, and we'll set that at 40%. We need the ground crew on that. What's the food supplies in here? We got 8.72 tons of food on our population. What we're probably going to need to do is build a town hall here so that we can ensure that we've got some coverage here. I would certainly like this road built in, but I think that's going to have to wait as well. Okay, we got our mixed weights guy going this way, and he's carrying 0.2 tons to here. Not exactly sure why he came out of this way. I suppose the footpath came out this way because this footpath is not. Okay, we've now finished our geological research. I think what I'm going to do is this footpath is going to be reasonably important. Let me just check. Where is your... Yeah, you've got people coming out of here. Right, what I'm going to do is we're going to get that footpath built. Where's the road crew? Road crew. Want that built there. Because if that's influencing the guys going around there, we put you there, that might influence them to come out this way. What I'm going to do now is we're going to look at, wow. Yes, the only iron we've got here, let me just click this, is exactly where we thought it was. Got a deposit of iron there, wow. That's going to be a little bit of an interesting challenge for this village. We're certainly going to need to get this village online. Can't see anything. Can't see any other iron in this area. All the iron is over there. And I think there isn't even that much iron in the center of the map. Well, we've got a nice patch of oil there. Oh, wow. We got oil just here a little bit. That could be useful. Because, but of course, we can't develop across the border until 1917. So we've got 4 years to go before we can exploit the oil. There's a lot of... Oh, we've got a patch of coal over here. Ooh. So we got coal in this area. Let me just see what we've got. 15% is 21%. Some ways this might be better to exploit from the point of view of coal. The trouble is that I was hoping to build a coal mine over here because this plant's going to need coal-fired heating. Let me just have a look. We got lots of dispersed coal here. I think we are going to be making this village into a coal mining village. Looks like the main concentrations are up along the border here. And we got 31% there. Got some spotty along there. What's that over there? Right, we've got a very strong deposit there. And we've got that little village there. But again, yeah, this is going to be interesting. How far out? The iron goes that way. Let me just check the option for iron. Up 29% there, 24%. So we could put, and let me just demolish this because I only really put it in as a marker. That's, wow, that's 45%. So we are looking at our best iron mine about there, with potential for another one there. So yeah, this is definitely going to be a steel town. You are going to be a coal mining town, although it's got, how we're actually going to work it is going to be interesting, because the main coal concentrations are going to be along the border. So let me just see if I can plan these in. You're 23%. You're 31%. What have we got over here? 18, 15%. We got 13% out here. 7%. Wow. We got 17% there. So we got, my instinct is to put a coal mine there, run out there, or actually we could, that's the best we got here is 31%. We've got 32% there. My instinct is one coal mine there. Now this one's now clipping into this one. So this is going to reduce this a little bit. So I'm thinking 2 coal mines there. We can bring out, put the coal ore processing about here, and then we can bring the rail line through and somehow come up with a way that we can connect it up. I've got a feeling we're going to end up with quite a comprehensive form of what we call it, of again, what am I talking about? Oh, conveyors. Yeah, we're going to need conveyors anyway. So we just turn that off, come back up to here. And what we're going to do now is the guy who's going to deliver to the linen factory. I must admit, I am a little bit worried about here, though this is keeping full. So, alright, I'm just going to let this guy drop off and then we'll change him to here. Okay, we just had another fire in the... Obviously, the game is determined to burn down. I think this one, for the moment, we can just leave running free. Right. And what we're going to do now is switch you to there. Remove the linen factory. Unload. Not there. What's the storage here? 30 tons. Okay. What we'll do is we'll set you to say 50%, because that will mean that when this gets down to 50%, you go and pick up a full load of logs from over there. Although technically he's and we'll set you to wait until unloaded. Actually, I think that might be the way forward. So we are now starting to produce fabric with a very small amount of workforce. 2 tons of fabric isn't going to produce a lot, but we do have there. So we've got the beginnings of our industry, and of course what's going to happen is that first things going to first is this is going to fill up, and then eventually that will start to push into there, and then we might actually start producing some clothes. Not vast quantities of clothes, because this will produce 2 tons of fabric per day, and that will then translate roughly into 0.7 of a ton per day. So if we could keep this going at a reasonable rate, we should be okay. But what I will need to do through the winter is keep an eye on this here. But I think we've got the workforce in here to be able to get going. So, so conclusions on this part. Farming, the jury is still out, simply because the nutrient levels are going to be a little bit of an issue. We've got no biological waste coming in. It's going to take a little while to get that going. In fact, I think what we're going to do is, where is this our waste guys? We're going to set you to there. You can dump directly into there. This road is now built, so we can now start thinking about a distribution office here. So that is looking good. Right, there's one other thing I need to do before we finish. I know I keep saying it, apologies. We're going to start researching party membership ranking, because what that will do is open up, or it should do, it will open up secret police. So I would like to get the secret police running as soon as possible. We've now got 2% unemployment, but that's uneducated workers. So eventually they will get an education. Our loyalty is at 43%. So the next step we're going to need to do is get us some secret police in here. Got no idea how we're going to do that. In fact, we're probably going to end up with more horses. So that would be for the next cycle. But of course, we're now going into winter. So what we'll be doing is playing through the winter as again, because at the moment we just need everything to settle down a little bit and get a little bit sorted out. We do need to get these built as well, so that I can get these distribution offices sorted out. I think we'll get you on that side as well. But this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.